Hey guys, this is Ludwig, and I'm finally back with my comfortable setup. And recently, well, there's going to be a lot of, new characters coming out, new content. So let's look at this Alice first. So some people call her Eyepatch Alice, and then there's, I think that was from Ratsounds, and then there's other people calling her Parry Alice, whichever you prefer. So her SS3 is 27 hits as advertised, but it's a little misleading. So her actual SS3 is only 13 hits, and then there's another 14 hits that come from this ring, and then you can try this out in the skill trial. It's not actually part of her SS3, and then it doesn't really do any damage at all. It's just there for hits for a higher combo. And so she also has a lot of other sub skills. Covers HP and then increase critical rate, so you can ignore all of that if you're a ranking person. So it's minimally useful for tower clearing, but the most important part is still like how her ring works. Also, her scout rate is 1.5%, it's not 3%. It's actually not too bad, so you can think of that as there's another character, and then that's her rate from a 2-character banner. Okay, so let's jump in and see how her ring works. So first of all, you have to SS3 once, and then, let me finish doing my tricks here. And then, so you press SS3, and then you have this ring, and then it will follow whoever's the closest target, I believe, and then you see it's a 14-hit ring, and then it's doing like 1 and 2s. Okay, so 2-digit damage, so it doesn't really do damage. Now, the important thing about this ring is if you use Alice as a combo starter, the ring will automatically attach to it after Alice goes away. However, as you'll see in a second, if you use Alice as a combo ender, well, she'll have the ring, and then even if you attach the ring, as soon as you press Alice's SS3 again, the ring will just automatically disappear as soon as you press Alice's SS3. So you can kind of see it here already, like she used to have this ring around her, and then now it's just automatically gone when she presses SS3, and then that really limits her usage. And the best way to use her would just be to use her at the start of every 4 times combo. That guarantees that you land the entire ring on weak points, although it doesn't really do damage though, I believe. Therefore, you would also want to use her off parry as much as possible, and you really want to land a ring by making her combo starter. Alright, so I did get a friend to test these combos. Credits to Tenshi for making this possible. So first of all, Alice will land all her 27 hits, and then Swords Arena has 11 hits per SS3, as you'll see. Shiranai has 14 hits, and at the end, if you do the combo count, all 27 hits from the Alice ring, from Alice SS3 will land. And if you use Alice for the connecting SS3s in the middle of the 4 times, well, not a single hit from her ring will land, as you'll see. So Swords Arena, 11 hits, Alice, I think it's 13. Alright, so we're at 24 now, add another 13, 37, add another 14. We should be ending with 51 hits plus the ring. Alright, so we got 51 hits, and then the rest of the hits will come from the ring. So 14 plus 51, 65. So basically, whatever you do for a 4 times combination, whatever happens, you can only land 1 ring within those 4 SS3s. And here, we're going to try some fake switching here. So if we do Alice fake switch into Swords Arena, you'll see that the ring also doesn't pop out as well. So Alice just has to be a combo starter for the ring to automatically land. Alright, so let's also look at this damage test, and credit to Jace. Left side we have the Eyepatch Alice, right side it's the Anniversary Alice, and it seems like their damage does obey the calculators. However, if we take off a few clips, so here credit to Tenshi, so we did this with just an R4 sword only and no other equips, and you'll see that it becomes a little weird. So this might be because the boss has 3.6k defense, but anyways, we should be a little cautious about the true damage of Alice. It might be the case that she's only good if you have good equips to go with her. Nevertheless, so all of this damage doesn't include the damage from the ring, so her base SS3 does a lot of damage, at least. Alright, so a few final words. It seems like Eyepatch Alice doesn't work very well with TF Alice because you need TF Alice to be this combo starter to make her work well. And for Eyepatch Alice, she wants to be the combo starter, so it doesn't really work well with TF Alice. However, Xmas Yuuki, Xmas Leafa, they both work very well with the Eyepatch Alice. My overall opinion is still she might be a wild card, although she seems like she does a lot of damage, but you do need like very good equips to go with her to get that damage. But if you have good clips, then she's gonna do a lot of damage, and then she's kind of like a buffer because more hits is like more percent damage. And probably after like 7 to 8 seconds within a run, you could probably generate a 100 combo with her if you're using her properly. For the whales, Alice is guaranteed on the 5th step, and that's about 1000 MB, so that's, well, in terms of the scam code deals, that is a pretty good deal already. It would be interesting if this ring thing becomes like a common thing in the future. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what the future awaits, and yeah, what kind of ranking runs we can see with this new Alice. I'm glad that Bemco is introducing new mechanics into the game. And yeah, so hopefully we'll get more of this new content, and then see you next time.